Yes, sir, man. Let's do it. It's about time, right? No? What, I'm late? Look, I understand the fact that, Baby Keem, it's a while since his album Casino dropped. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. I'm not gonna lie, this is not like, and with my reaction, y'all people understand that I go off the thumbnail, the title, and whatever it is that I'm reacting to, I never know, you know what I'm saying? I never pre-watch. But then, yeah, I know the album. I know the album, bro. I didn't indulge. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say anything right now. Get into the video. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's interact. Let's engage about it. I don't know. I just feel like Casino is one of the more important projects this year that dropped, and so I feel like, even though I'm late or whatever, it's worth being spoken about. You know what I'm saying? It's an honorable mention. Let's call it that, an honorable reaction.
Senator got it done to my home is just cast. I don't argue with niggas, you pay no man. Heard me pack on you boys, I ain't telling no lie. Yeah, lie. Tell me once, can't never fool me again. Don't hate the messenger, man, hate the scene. When one thing about facts is when they hit you, feel no pain.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm kind of feeling bummed out. Oh, boom, right? I'm gonna tell you later. Baby Keem on Casino album, growth as an artist and making peace with his childhood. It's a Nadeska Alexis, it's a Nadeska interview. It's actually an interview. And the only reason why I opted for an interview, I was you know what I'm saying, I had attempted to go for a reaction on, the documentary that he was doing, right? Hey man, to my disappointment, bro, like, I found out all the way after the live that YouTube removed that shit. You know what I'm saying? YouTube had removed that joint. Nah, like, man, come on, man. Keemy, bro. Not you. Oh. Yeah, I was so disappointed, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make it a KEEM reaction this time. So, I had all those documentaries lined up. It was like 3 of them. So I
playing Uncle Andre just passed. I can't help but bear.
throws me off because when he mentions his Uncle Andre, I mean, I know it's his Uncle Andre. I don't know his Uncle Andre, but when he says Andre, actually it gives Andre 3000, because there are some tracks that give the Andre 3000 vibe on here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if y'all caught that, right? Andre 3000 especially caught that, right? Andre 3000, especially when we're talking about the Dramatic Girl. Is it the Dramatic Girl joint? Come on, man. If that's not giving Outcast for you, like, come on, man. And like, it's not one of those situations where, okay, it's giving Outcast, but a replica of that, but like a lower grade version of it. It's like a pretty decent rendition of, not rendition, but like version of that, like flavor of that. You know what I'm saying? I actually was impressed. So when it says Andre, it always gives Andre 3000 for me. Weird enough.
With the rain.
It feels like you're alone, but you are at the same time surrounded.
Bro, don't talk about the migraine stuff, bro. I know y'all heard that migraine line, bro. Oh my god, dog. Migraines are so bad, right? Let me tell y'all something, just a sidebar, right? Migraines are so bad, bro. You might think that you are bewitched, like, to some degree, like somebody's like really working some dark magic on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You be thinking like you about to like DIE, bro, like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm only talking from personal experience, you know what I mean? I know he's growing up, bro. Like, the last time, matter of fact, let me just come closer to the mic, because I understand it be cutting when when I lower my voice, I'm just a chill nigga like that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't be wanting to raise my voice, but yeah, let me just come closer. So we understand that from the melodic blue, homie was like a young nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was a young neighbor, so he done did some growing up, and a whole lot of growing up brings a whole lot of growing pains. Ooh, you know what I mean? And a whole lot of growing pains with the collective of people, the pocket of people that. I mean, a whole lot of people deal with stress differently, and with some people, they can induce those migraines. You know what I'm saying? And migraines, bro. Damn, if you know, bruh. Like those things, they can feel like death is upon you. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So it just yeah, it shows like, yo, bro, he be going through it, right? He be yeah. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? And that comes with growing up, bro. I feel like his voice broke, dog. Like his voice be sounding different and everything. Like I mean, if y'all listen carefully, you know what I'm saying? I feel like his voice went lower, bro. Probably a late bloomer. How old is he?
By thousands of people at any moment, and I feel like a lot of inspiration comes just from moving through a city like this.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me personally, while I like getting out here, it's like a reset. Like, oftentimes I'm in LA, I'm isolated, I'm a hermit, I'm hanging with people, and then here.
So in LA, is it what, the family?
I flipped that switch intentionally. It's really important for me to like really get the human experience here, because
I heard his family, you know what I'm saying, they did the big move, the great migration, right, from California to Vegas type stuff.
So locked in when I'm in LA that you do that for longer than 3-4 months at a time, you're gonna explode. So I like to get out here every quarter.
I mean, I saw you also.
But it's weird because you know what's weird about it though, because I've heard that LA is where a lot of the activity in terms of social activity and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, business activity happens a lot, you know what I mean? It has these, like, I don't know, bougie pockets, bougie areas, where a whole lot of maybe, people of, there's the, what is that, Hollywood, where people of notoriety be at, you feel me? And it's just like, high living to a certain degree. I don't know if I got this accurately. Please do correct me in the comments, right? My people's from out there, but it's crazy though, because the paradox is that you're left isolated. Well, according to KEEM, right? He's left isolated with all that activity that may be good for business. How are we then like just, you know what I'm saying, cut off from that whole scene of networking? And you know what I mean, especially we talking entertainment, this guy's an entertainer, you feel me? Like, it should be easy, right? But I'm only saying that like facetiously, because or sarcastically, because yeah.
Tonight, just impromptu, like off the top. It's also nice that you can just wake up and decide that you feel like you can't wait.
Why is she talking weird? Is that from my speed? Wait, let me see. My speed, it's normal.
Tour.
We don't even have like a treatment for the show. We just going. I honestly, to right now, I don't even know what songs I'm doing.
Really?
No. I mean, you need that balance, because I feel like everything I've done has been so intentional.
Yeah.
That when you have a moment like this, it's important, because it makes all the intentional moments that much sweeter, and vice versa.
I do remember this. You are very much a planner, so this is a new muscle for you then, being able to actually just do things off the cuff.
Yeah, I wasn't like that pre Die For My Bitch era. That kind of came around like COVID, I think.
Well, with the Die For My Bitch album, it was an album, right? It was a project. That whole era, I feel like he was a lot younger, right? So he probably was still living with the family, with the guardians, with the old folks, you feel me? So obviously conducting yourself, that's different, I would imagine. He was like a teenager, no? Maybe late teens or some shit like that. But now obviously, you got all this autonomy, this freedom to be by yourself, make decisions, even when it comes to those tough decisions. where it's like while you still living with your family, it's easy to just like expect that responsibility to be handled by somebody else, but now everything is on you, right? You know what I'm saying?
I think it came with me wanting to really be like meticulous with the music in the melodic blues space, so everything had to be so kind of production scaled.
Yeah, and another thing, bro, with the fact that he was still a teenager back in the melodic blue phase, right? The whole, Kendrick Lamar being your cousin, bro. That kind of does pose some pressure, I would imagine, bro. You know what I'm saying? For you to even deliver at a level where people can, number one, take you seriously. Number two, you know what I'm saying? See that kind of resemblance, I would say, just musically. You know what I'm saying? Your understanding of just like the music, what you're doing with it. Because, being a cousin of Kendrick Lamar, man, he a big deal in this thing. You know what I mean? He's like broken records, literally, with his achievements with this. So it's like, yo, this jit that comes from the lineage, you know what I'm saying? The same lineage that it delivers. Like, it was, I feel like it was kind of like an unspoken expectation. You know what I'm saying? Unspoken expectation. Boom. You see what I'm saying? And so a whole lot of performative energy was delivered through the melodic blue, right? I mean, it still sounded really decent, bro. It was a decent project. I actually enjoyed it myself. But the melodic blue, it was like performative. It wasn't like in terms of the delivery of the lyrics and the imagery and just like painting of the picture of who he really was. You know what I mean? I feel like there it was just like a flex, like a showcase of the skill. You know what I mean? Of the pocket of what he can do. Proving some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then right here, it was different. It was deeper. It was more reflective. I felt like, you get a whole lot more about, his family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? With his mother, relationship with his mother, relationship with females in general. And in turn, that being a reflection, of himself as a human being to himself. I don't know if y'all get that. I don't know if y'all understand that.
Together, artistic, and so I think this is just a response. Like, this whole album for me is kind of like how this show is about to be. We're not necessarily putting the album together fast, but I wanted to challenge myself to create something that it just is what it is. So like, what's my version of a straight down the middle record where we're not trying to do these crazy outros or these crazy intros, production things. And it's a challenge for me because that's naturally where I lie. I lie in the space of wanting to be one of the greatest producers. The challenge for this one is just really just honing in on making this simple and cut down the middle and making the words cut.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Artist ambiguity, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Sometimes it gets me tight, bruh. Yeah, sometimes that shit pisses me off, though. I don't know about y'all, bruh. I don't know what this guy said. Facts. Like, what do you mean? Everything cut down the middle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could give you my kind of like analysis or what kind of picture it gives me. I mean, Baby KEEM, bro. Number one, it's in the name, Baby KEEM. It's not somebody that you might expect like deep, philosophically provoking bars or this, that, and the third. I mean, with his intention for sharpening his production, I did see that come through, and it is consistent with the last project, of which I did say it was pretty decent. It was decent enough. It was hard, right? I liked it, so it was consistent with that project, the Melodic Blue. I don't think he was heavy on the production on the Melodic Blue, but you can kind of hear the direction. The direction comes from him. You know what I'm saying? With him being involved with the production on this one, on this current one, Casino. You know what I mean? The similarities, though, even though with this one, right? I'm assuming he's heavy on the production, right, in terms of being involved. But just the creative direction. You know what I'm saying? We all saw the clip where he was given the verbal direction of just how, you know, Kendrick's vocals got to sound like at a certain part in the song and things, you know what I mean? So he's intentional, telling the engineer, hey, like tweak this like that, blah blah, you know what I mean? So, you know, now him applying all of that himself, you know, it shows. So, but then again, at the same time, it's him, it's that young, because again, I said he came through a youngin in his teenage phase, right? That's where he gained a whole lot of traction, a whole lot of eyes, a whole lot of clout, a whole lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and he hit, with him killing it at that level, he killed it. Even the production, it matched like the young but fire kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Young but yo, to be taken seriously in terms of, you know, it being competitive, right? I'm not talking about to be taken seriously in terms of it considered the gospel of some shit, you know what I'm saying, or the enlightenment of a culture, or you know what I mean. But at the same, like hard knocks on the beats, the beat switches, you know what I mean, the different variations in terms of what vibes. Come on. Some of it is like slow pace. Yeah, nah. I'm not gonna lie, these internet cuts, bro, they gonna piss me off, man. Yeah, and I was cooking, I was getting in there. Maybe it's a sign that I be yapping a lot, okay? Maybe it's a sign I be going in too crazy. Alright, let me just wrap it up right there. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, these kind of young vibes that Baby Keem be utilizing in his productions, they still get me excited, you know what I'm saying, for just like listening to hip hop. You feel me? And like, and his stretch of going into just, you know, tapping into other genres, man, like the pop, bedroom pop type vibe, like, you know, deep boom bap backpack vibe type raps, you know, that like how he's doing it, pretty fire.
And we're gonna get run over.
Yeah, right. Yeah, oh yeah, we're tweaking.
Yeah, the walk and talk is nuts.
Yeah, no, you gotta learn how to control the cars. When you walk across the street, you gotta be like.
Okay, so I took it to the Lower East Side, and that was maybe a little too chaotic and not what you were looking for. Is this a little bit better?
This is way better.
This is the New York experience.
This is what I had in my mind.
And you actually
Cap.
So you were mentioning, you know, as you were thinking about the production of Casino, you were thinking about sort of the simplicity of it. I think one of the amazing things about the album is how much you were able to fit into 37 minutes. Like how much emotion, how much range in the production, even your different flows, different inflections. Like, was there a longer version of the album that you trimmed down? Or was it always going to be that type?
Good question.
We were playing with the idea of having like this longer album, especially after being away for so long, where it almost felt like an apology to the fans, I guess. So then there was this world where you go to the why of like, why am I trying to do such a long album? Am I scared? What is it that I feel like I'm missing? And I felt the album was missing at that time period was like depth. And this is before we did like the Circus, 3 transitions, the Too Short on Sex Appeal moment, Citizen Cope on Lyricist, Che on Tubi. Like it didn't have any of that. And so we're like, wow, maybe we need to just focus on the songs that we have and really make them better before you add more songs. I think for like a year, we had that mindset of being like, all right, how do we make this better? Sex Appeal every single day. Sex Appeal, Dramatic Girl, Highway 95 every day. And then next week it's gonna be those 3. And then when you just keep doing that, you know, these ideas come and you end up extracting depth from the ideas that are already there to where you're like, all right, well shit, 11 songs feels very, very digestible. For
and I'm not gonna lie, that's enough, especially for today's you know what I'm saying, for today's attention span, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like people today, man, like you're not built for your, you know what I mean, 20-something songs, 30-something songs. And I you know, it's actually been a minute since I've seen artists be insistent, you know, stay insistent on the whole 30 some 40 some like songs, bro. You feel what I mean? And that's actually a W. That's helping the focus, you know, that not helping. No, not helping. I take that back. But it's just, it goes with it, man. It's in alignment there. You know what I'm saying? It's aligned with it. So, you know, if you gotta adapt, bro, in this game if you wanna reach the furthest. Because I do believe he's trying to reach the furthest. You know what I mean? I'm not saying long form albums